Hello there everybody, it's me Liam and welcome back to another video. It's a bit late to talk about the roadmap this month. There's not really much to it. Quite a lot of stuff, as you can tell here, has been delayed for TSW6. So Cargo Line, the unannounced route by All Aboard Studios, the Transport for Wales 142 Pacer by Just Trains, the DBBR 420 by TSG, the Tadami Line by Union Workshop, and the Santa Fe on Cajon Pass gameplay pack by High Iron Simulations, and then the GWR, GWE, not GWR, remaster, and then the Malmay Line Richmond extension will be all for TSW6. Annoyingly, this was announced at last year's Direct, but yeah, the Direct's on the 26th of next month, so just under a month and 10 days now. Got to take a ticket back, and we got 3 routes and 3 locos, so I'm going to do a video on a prediction of what I think these will be, or what I hope they would be, and also some new features that could possibly be in the works. The A6-2 is now out, be linked down below. We are getting a DBBR 401 Expert on Castle Versberg. Is it Castle Versberg? I can't quite see, it's not zoomed in enough. Castle Versberg gameplay pack, and the WR and Cross Country 170, which is what we're doing today. It's not officially here, but thanks to Creators Club, we have it. Just quick rundown on TSW6. There's 3 starter pack. Like last year, I believe it'd be limited as well, like a limited time period where you can get that. Obviously, it ran out on New Year's Day this year for TSW5. Surprisingly, PS4 and Xbox One is still supported, I guess mainly for example, the GWR remaster and maybe the Cargo Line as well, but small stuff like that. Obviously, we saw quite a few routes and DLC, like locos, not part on that. So yeah, we'll hear more on that on the 26th of August, but this is quite interesting. Brand new titles from Dovetail Games. Obviously, we had the Roblox game last year, and then as well the TSW VR. So be interesting to see what that is. But yeah, we'll be reacting, doing a live stream to that as well. But yeah, this is what I am looking forward to towards the end of the life cycle of TSW5. We knew it was coming. So we have one last reveal coming to TSW5. Rivet Games have been busy working on expanding the gameplay of the Cross City line, which is nice to see. And the star of the show is the upcoming WMR and Cross Country VR Class 170. James spent some time with the pack to bring you the news, so we've got a photo of them next to one another as well, which is nice to see. There's no news on whether we can use the Cross Country one, doing Derby to Nottingham and then Nottingham to Derby, and then you can do Nottingham to Leicester as well in real life, I believe. Could be wrong. Class 170 makes its second appearance in TSW, sporting new liveries and modifications, including the old Ad Trains headlight clusters, and for the first time, Cross Country brands to this Trainsim world, a licence we are delighted to have back since its last appearance in TSC. Which is something which I'm going to get into my predictions for TSW6 regarding cross country and routes and whatever. So we've got a photo here showing the different cab layouts. They look fairly similar. I can't quite see as much on this side here, but you've obviously got a different colour bar here. You've got the stickers on the windows. The different sticker up on the top where it says max speed and where the clipboard would go. Apart from that, it looks fairly similar, but the maquette obviously is different. We've got the old London Midland maquette in the WMR one, and obviously the cross country one with quite nice flooring quite by there. The passenger interiors and the cabs differ per TOC. Cross country, for example, features first class accommodation. Yes and no. In the new, like the updated ones, which have been refurbished with the new livery, they've been declassified, is it? But the WMR 170 does not. Also note the remnants of London Midlands with the unmistakable green maquette, which is there. But obviously, we've got some more photos here next to a 323, that's 219. And obviously 17635. Diesel and electric cross paths just outside of Bromsgrove at the base of the Lickey Incline. The player of Class 323s will fly up the famed hill with ease, that's true. And the 170, however, is about to slog it at less than 40 mile an hour. Yeah, it does take a lot. If I remember rightly, when I first got TSC with the Cross City line, I really struggled with it. But anyway, we've got a picture of the cross-country one here, a Cardiff Central livery. Winter snow settles on the track bed as 170 520 slows for the University Station, the only intermediate station between Birmingham and Bromsgrove, which both the cross-country and WMR services call at. And then we've got another photo here towards... is this Kings Norton? Northfield. Close. Cross-country service bound for Nottingham, 17638, shoots past an accelerating 323 at Northfield Station, making use of the central unelectrified trains. The southern half of the route gets a new lease of life, which is nice to see. And obviously you'll be seeing 390s and as well the 350s at Birmingham New Street, with obviously the 170s in both WMR and cross-country liveries with the WMR 323 and Centro liveries as well. As you can see here, we've got another photo of 350. This would most likely... oh, okay, for bit of bite-sized Birmingham flavour, the 170 in conjunction with the 350 as a layer also provides additional playable services between New Street and Aston. Sweet treat if one doesn't have the appetite for blasting via Bourneville. Yeah, so hopefully soon, because we've got the WMR, a new WMR licence, obviously. West Midland Trains own WMR, the consortium of both LNR and WMR, so fingers crossed we get WMR someday, and a 730 would work pretty well because we can get WMR 730s and LNR 730s. Be pretty cool. But then you'll see 350s and 390s on the low level platform at Trent Valley, which is pretty nice, so hopefully you can actually get down there. But there's no news on it whether it will work on the Midland Main Line, which is a bit of a shame. So, we are here. Took us about 8 minutes to get into. Here at Birmingham New Street, where we are going to take the service all the way stopping to Redditch in the 170. It's a bit too orange, but this is the best one I could find that was kind of in the similar livery. No, not Redditch, Bromsgrove. I thought I did Redditch for some reason. This is not a scenario, it is literally spawning in the train. So we're going to open the doors up, and we're going to set the headlights to day running, set the tail lights to off, and also cab lights, I can remember, get them on, as well as turn DSD, the vigilance, as well as the AWS to normal and unisolated. Obviously this is a ScotRail train, as you can tell from the maquette that's in here. But yeah, it's nice to see that we're getting an update to the Cross City line, because obviously everyone saw the 350 and 390 first come out with TSW 5 back in the day, wondering when we'll get it. But now we finally have. Fingers crossed those some point soon. I'm hoping maybe start of August, because I don't think they'd really want to release it before, just before TSW6. I think realistically they'd like to maybe release it a week or two before the Dovetail Direct, more than anything. The only thing, if I remember rightly, even though I've got this to go to Bromsgrove, it says not in service still, and even if you change this, if I can get my controller on it nice, it's all the Edinburgh stations, and it don't quite work. All the Scottish stations. But I hope everyone's doing okay, and I cannot wait. Personally, I know a lot of people are hating on it that TSW6 is coming. I can't wait, because now we've got cross-country license in TSW. Wonder what routes we could see. Wonder whether or not maybe we're coming into TSW6, like in the Dovetail Direct, we get news of the update for like Midland Main Line, having the 170s in there. Be pretty nice. Maybe on Cardiff, on the Welsh line. Is it Cardiff commuter? It's been that long since I've done it. But whatever you guys think is coming to TSW6, the 3 core routes and the 3 loco DLCs, put it down below, because normally I think we only got the 2 last year, didn't we? The 2 locos. We got the Flix Train Vectron, and then obviously we got the 390, which obviously came with the deluxe edition, which was pretty good. But I would love to see, actually I just noticed something. Let me press Control 1. I would love to see, I know we've already got 2 West Coast mainline routes, but I'd love to see the Trent Valley line, because personally that section, obviously you'd be starting from Rugby and you'd go up to Stafford. It's a perfect length of route. You can utilise the 350s, the 390s, the 66s, unless they bring out another diesel train or electric, like a 90 for freight. I don't see them doing that, but I'd love to see that. But yeah, it'd be perfect for the 390, because it actually will tilt it on there. It's a shorter length route. It's almost the same as West Coast Mainline South, which is about 50-ish miles, 54. But I think it'd be perfect for it, because it would utilise the tilt aspects of the 390, as we've got a London Midland 323 popping. It's not the best. Looking on the front, it is a bit too green. But the rest of the livery looks pretty good. If you hear any like clicking or whatever, don't hate me. When it comes to the audio, it's because I'm using a capture card for once, instead of just I don't like what's going forward. Yeah, we're using the capture card instead of just recording from my PS5 with it. It makes it easier. You might have noticed it on stream the other day when this comes out. It just makes it so much easier. The only hassle is, obviously, as you probably could tell when I was going from the July roadmap to back onto here, you'd notice that I was playing it through the capture card on my PC. It's one monitor live for you. Plan is to get a second one at some point. Well, I say one monitor live, it's one TV live, but when I get a monitor for just above my TV, it just helps out when it comes to streaming or recording. because then I can just have whatever I'm using down the bottom. For example, if I'm playing on my PlayStation and I'm using the capture card, I can put the input onto the TV, and then obviously have the monitor up on top, have my HDMI into there for my PC. Or even to the left, I think is more logical than what we've currently got. Anyway, we just left Fireways, so next stop will be University, Selly Oak, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longridge, Barnt Green, and then Bromsgrove in just about 11 miles. Going down the Lickey Incline, which is obviously a massive hill, which this would slog to get up if we was going the other way, which I was originally doing for this video, but I kind of messed up a few times when it comes to stopping. In all fairness, it was a bit of a mistake when I did that. But we've kind of rectified that, and I was like, you know what, we'll just go again. Better safe than sorry. I'll tell you one thing as well, people saying, oh, you need a separate headset when it comes to playing your PS5 games, because you won't be able to hear it through a capture card if you was playing it through it. Just what I do when I'm, for example, I'm doing something on the PS5 instead of the PC. Like, if I'm streaming, like say iRacing, I'd have desktop audio on. But for now, I just have desktop audio turned off, have the capture card so you guys can hear it, and then just basically have it so I can monitor it, so I can hear it. And you can use your PS5's controller microphone in your game still and hear people talk, which works pretty well. I was playing quite a bit of Phasmophobia on the stream the other day, and it was quite fun. Anyway, we're here at University. This is where the cross-country 170 will stop at. But yeah, this video is kind of a bit of a preview when it comes to it, an unofficial preview. Because obviously we've got the 170 as is. I thought, why not do it? And I noticed as well, talking about 170s, my highest viewed video now has shot up ever since the roadmap. So in the last 7 days, I did a video called, well, when did I do it? Let me just go by most viewed. I did it 9 months ago. I think it was one of my first, not necessarily the first. Oh, this might be a good photo opportunity here. What 323 number are you? 209. It's... I want to try get a nice photo here. Let's add a bit of rotation. Manual focus. See if we can quite... There we go. Yeah, it's shut up. Like, I was looking when I saw that, I was like, okay. Because normally I get like 100, 150, maybe sometimes the occasional 200. But that's just shut up in the last month and a half. Like, I remember when I first started doing TSW videos, and it kind of stood at that like 100, 150. Because I'm C2 before I started doing TSW videos, or TSE for instance, was what really was going on the channel. It's what people preferred, but it's kind of changed. I don't know if the views have picked up because of the 170 coming out. I assume that's probable. The most probable cause is because of that July roadmap. So thank you for watching that, guys. And if you want to see the 170 in action, whether we get new scenarios as well, let me know. Especially with future content with TSW6. We're going to do the same as last year. We're going to get the deluxe edition, and when obviously I assume there'll be early access. When there's early access, we'll do an early access stream. Anyway, let's shut the doors. Celio, let's hear this thrash. Good. Talking about that video, someone put in a comment, Class 170 does not sound like this in real life. It's a lot more growly. This just sounds to me like I've the same issue, SCR 170. There is a sound mod for that on PC. We're on PS5. I think primarily I will stay on PS5. It's where I have all my roots. I have a few roots from when I played on TSW2 or whatever. Fuel fairness, I will probably end up slowly transitioning to buying all my roots on PC after I've fully upgraded it. Partly upgraded it enough to where I feel comfortable. I don't need to upgrade it anymore. So we'll leave that to that. We'll have to obviously kind of take up the grain of salt, because I have a cross city line on there. I can play it quite comfortable, but it's just obviously CPU kind of crucial as we're coming into Warrenville. Lovely station. I love the way that they got this right. In real life it looks, apart from obviously how TSW looks, it looks pretty damn good, so good job Dovetail. Like, even to the point where they got this basically correct. Then obviously here you can see the smokestack. That's Cadbury there, but that's Cadbury right there. So they got it absolutely correct. They did a really good job. But yeah, the good thing with the cross-country services is that you do get a mix of, well, you primarily do south of Birmingham, so obviously Bromsgrove, Stafford at University. But if I remember rightly, they split services, so the way that we will see it coming on, it depends on how they do it, because you could have it layered, say the 170s go from Lickey and skip out Tamworth, like some services that I really would do, or they can go up on the Derby line and do that, or we'll see. With that one. So with that 5323 passing, I think I have so many reskins off Drake's Club that I have not uninstalled, but it has a bit of variety. I always wonder about this that line goes to. You know what, whilst we stop at Northfield? Kings Norton, Northfield's the next stop. I'll have a look on Signal Box. If you don't know what Signal Box is, it's basically you can live track trains, but it gives you an actual accurate route map. It's what I was using last year when I was having GWR services go to Euston instead of Paddington in December. So I'm generally curious about where that goes to. Signal Box. It's a free, well, it's not really an app, it's, well, it works as an app, but if you go onto their website, it allows you, if you have an Android, I don't know if it works as well as, like saving a website, and it makes a kind of an app on, if you save it to your home screen on your phone, but we'll see. Let's have a look. You'd think I'd know, because I'm from this area, I'm from Redditch, so... Oh, I think it's like a freight line, because you can get there from the Derby line. So, Waterloo, it kind of goes alongside Uddingston, and then you can either go on the track towards New Street, or you can carry on, go kind of past Bordsley, and then obviously where you go round the left, the track will kind of come back behind us, and you can come straight to Kings Norton from Waterloo. I didn't realise that. You learn something new every day. Anyway, we're good to go. Let's press signal. Have a bit of a fresh coming out. Anyway, just give the hill start just a little tap there, see if that helps out a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry as well, like the lack of videos. It's sometimes you just find live streaming just easier. You have people in chat to talk to, unless it's like a video like you're talking about predictions or whatever, and I'll have a little script or such, kind of some bullet points to go on. It's just a bit easier to do, unless I'm doing no commentary, but that's just a bit boring for you guys, not hearing anyone talk. So I want to get into editing as well. So, for example, if I want to do like GT7 daily races, just kind of edit them into a good video. I'll do 3 races or 4 races or something, and get that down to like a 15-20 minute video. That would be pretty decent. Anyway, next up is Northfield. Got it right this time. And then Longbridge, then Back Green, and then down the Lickey Incline to Bromsgrove. Yeah, so the cross-country services you're running on these big track, you would occasionally see the like GWR moves around here, but fingers crossed at some point as well we get to see some proper freight movement instead of just railhead treatment on the cross city line, because I know that would be a struggle going up the Lickey Incline if you start at Bromsgrove. It'd be a massive struggle. What are you? Can't quite tell. What are you? Blake Street. 323219? 205 or something. I can't remember what 219 is. we're a bit past where we should have stopped, but luckily the passengers are off safely. In all fairness, I assume this is a lift? Yeah, it's a lift, so the passengers are almost lined up to the lift. Just about. Let's have a look. I pressed the wrong keyboard. I've got two keyboards, one for my PS5, my old keyboard. Class 323 names list. Yeah, what was 219? No. 323-219 is King's Norton, obviously denamed because obviously most of the 323s which were in the Birmingham area are now up to Northern. Only a few which is in storage. 953s currently in storage at Long Marston. They were previously obviously operated by WMR and now being stored while Northern Trains consider whether to bring some back into service after a refresh. But yeah, they're doing refresh on it. That's pretty nice to see. An extra 2 3-car EMUs. Too busy reading this. Could join the existing fleet. Northern has 34 Class 323 sets. 17 which transferred from WMR following the introduction of the 730s. I believe some of them are actually in storage, in preservation. Oh no, the ones which I was thinking of was the about preservation was the two that could return. When I read it, I read that wrong back in the day. I wish I could have gone on the 323. I did a video on it, the 323 farewell tour, where I did it to kind of the part that we could do. I could do the second part in all fairness now, because I have the new route. Which was, if I remember rightly, it was New Street up to Lime Street, if I remember rightly. Have a look. 323. Yeah, 30 years is pretty long because the 323s were just meant to be prototypes back in the day. When they first came out. Bromsgrove, they're basically all the way back to Birmingham. Wolverhampton, Stafford, Crewe, Downfast, Ringbourne, Lime Street, and it would have gone Lime Street, Incline, Crewe, Stoke-on-Trent, Stone, Stafford, Rugeley, Trent Valley, Ensford, Warsaw for a photo stop. Too busy reading this. Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International, Coventry, Birmingham International, and Birmingham New Street. It started at Birmingham New Street in the morning at 8:22 and ended at 5:39. And then it was £64.60 for a standard class ticket. So we can definitely do that second part of the leg up to Lime Street as a video, because quite hard the missing links. Add on for TSC. So we can definitely do that. Anyway, next stop for us will be Barnet Green, and then we will be down to Bromsgrove. Let's get this on a little box. Honestly, in real life, these would have been operating for, was it 2019 or 2017? For the electrification was all the way down to Bromsgrove. These would have been what was operating down there instead of the 323s. Because obviously, no electrification, no head-wise, you can't run it. So, in the time period, it will excel. But hopefully we do get a 730 in the future, and maybe into a V6. Which obviously can run a WMR livery. If they don't get an LNR license, they can kind of get away with using a 730 in WMR livery, because LNR is running the WMR 730s on the main line until they're kind of transitioned to getting all their stock into service, and all the 323s started phasing out more. And then obviously people can just make a LNR livery for West Coast Mainline South through the Operators Club. Anyway, Barnet Green, where it's split up onto that side, you get down single tracks. Goes back to a double at some point, a little bit, for Alvechurch. And then back to a single down to Redditch. If you go into Redditch over there, you'd wait for the Birmingham, Four Oaks, Lichfield, Trent Valley services to pass by you, obviously, because single track. So you normally have a signal there. Do we have something in front of us, maybe? I assume we probably do, don't we? Maybe not. Alright, shut the doors. And we are good to go. Yeah, it's a shame that they don't update to say like Bromsgrove or whatever, but we'll get that at some point. I know it says now in service. We just have the Scottish stations that are in the game working. But fingers crossed we get a functional dark mode with it as well. That would be pretty nice. Anyway, that is short and sweet. Sorry, Sabrina Carpenter, stealing that. We're down to Bromsgrove now. We've got 43 coming to our right. We'll give them some times. Obviously the 323 was featured in the new route recently on Manchester Lickey route. That route would have been perfect to go down to Crewe, would have been perfect length in my opinion. And you could use the 390 for a bit more than obviously what we got. You can either stop at Stafford or... I can't remember what the other stop was. At all, I genuinely cannot remember. Because you got them two and then you've got ECS movements that you can do. Anyway, after this bend, we'll be going down the Lickey Incline. The infamous Lickey Incline where this struggles to get to 40 mile an hour. I know. In TSC, for some reason you can only get to 25. In TSW you can only get to 37. Don't know why it's different in both, whether the engines are a tad different. These have a bit more power. Yeah, you can see we're just gaining speed. We'll put the brakes on to kind of keep our momentum the same, like we're just on brake one and luckily we're not speeding up or slowing down. Yeah, it's one long hill. Like obviously we've got still 1.3ish miles till we get to Bromsgrove, but it's like a 1.5 mile incline, which is crazy. I really do love this route. Like, it might just be a route in Birmingham people see, but I grew up on this route. Still use it occasionally, not very often, but I love it. TSW, it's the perfect route. Like, especially now, like obviously it'd probably be 20 or so minute runs between New Street and Bromsgrove with the cross-country 170s, but gives you express kind of and commuter stuff like stopping services, which is perfect. Which obviously these would stop on this platform for the cross-country WMR mainly down the middle. Well, let's put more of the brakes on, and that's going to be that for today, everyone. If you want to see more TSW, more videos like this with the 170s, whether that be on here or any other routes which it kind of works on, please let me know, and I'll see you all in the next one. And I'm going to have to do that YouTube thing. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.